The film Aida, under the subtitle Despido de Caballero, presents a remarkable exploration of the intricacies of human emotion and societal expectation through its intricate storytelling and visual elegance. From the very first scene, the audience is drawn into a world that balances the fragile beauty of interpersonal relationships with the harsh reality of duty and betrayal. The opening sequence, featuring Aida herself standing against the backdrop of a fading sunset, immediately signals a narrative centered on personal struggle and quiet resilience. Her gaze, filled with a mixture of longing and resolve, sets the tone for the character-driven drama that follows. The cinematography in this scene is particularly noteworthy, as the use of warm hues contrasted with deep shadows captures both the external environment and the internal emotional landscape of the protagonist. The director's attention to detail here is extraordinary, showing how a single moment can encapsulate the broader thematic concerns of the story. Moving into the middle of the film, we see a complex interplay between Aida and the secondary characters, whose own desires and conflicts serve to reflect and challenge her personal journey. One scene that stands out occurs during a formal gathering, where the tension between decorum and hidden intentions reaches a palpable climax. Aida navigates this social labyrinth with grace, yet the subtle cues in her body language reveal her inner turmoil. The director's choice to linger on these small gestures allows the audience to engage deeply with the emotional subtext, creating a sense of intimacy and immediacy rarely achieved in contemporary cinema. The musical score in this segment complements the narrative perfectly, weaving a tapestry of sound that accentuates both the elegance and the anxiety present in the room. This interplay of visual and auditory elements is emblematic of the film's broader approach, wherein every technical choice serves a narrative and emotional purpose. Another sequence that demands attention is the confrontation between Aida and a figure of authority, which is both formal and charged with unspoken history. The dialogue is meticulously crafted, blending subtle humor with profound ethical questions, and the actors' performances convey layers of meaning beyond the spoken words. It is in moments like these that the film's thematic richness becomes most apparent, inviting viewers to consider notions of loyalty, honor, and personal sacrifice. This confrontation is further enhanced by the careful mise-en-scene, with symbolic props and spatial arrangements that underscore the power dynamics at play. Beyond the visual and performative aspects, the narrative structure of Aida is a masterclass in pacing and suspense. The gradual unveiling of secrets, coupled with the intertwining of personal and societal pressures, creates a rhythm that keeps the audience deeply engaged. The story's climax, which involves an unexpected act of defiance, is both cathartic and thought-provoking. This moment resonates because it emerges organically from the character's development rather than being artificially imposed, demonstrating the filmmaker's commitment to narrative integrity. In addition to these narrative techniques, the film's treatment of gender and social expectation is subtle yet profoundly impactful. Aida's navigation of societal norms, her defiance of restrictive roles, and her assertion of personal agency are depicted with a nuanced sensitivity that avoids didacticism. The director allows the audience to experience Aida's world from within, fostering empathy and understanding without resorting to overt moralizing. Furthermore, the film employs a series of visual metaphors that enrich the narrative texture. The recurring motif of thresholds, both literal and figurative, underscores themes of transition, choice, and moral ambiguity. Scenes set in corridors, doorways, and open landscapes serve as visual reflections of the characters' inner dilemmas and the societal constraints they negotiate. These carefully considered symbols deepen the viewer's engagement with the story and provide fertile ground for interpretation and discussion. One cannot overlook the significance of costume and production design, which convey class, status, and personal identity with remarkable precision. The wardrobe choices, while aesthetically pleasing, are imbued with narrative meaning, highlighting contrasts between characters and reinforcing the film's exploration of social hierarchy and personal expression. This attention to detail extends to smaller props and set pieces, each selected to enhance authenticity and narrative coherence. In terms of pacing, the film exhibits a deliberate rhythm that mirrors the emotional journey of its central character. Moments of quiet reflection are interspersed with sudden tension, creating a dynamic flow that mirrors real life and enhances the audience's investment in the story. These fluctuations in tempo are further reinforced by the score, whose crescendos and diminuendos subtly guide the viewer's emotional response. Beyond technical mastery, the film also shines in its depiction of human complexity. The characters are neither wholly virtuous nor entirely flawed, and the narrative respects their ambiguity. Aida herself is a study in contradictions, embodying strength and vulnerability, loyalty and defiance, compassion and self-interest. This nuanced characterization ensures that the audience remains engaged, empathizing with the protagonist while also recognizing her limitations and moral dilemmas. Throughout the film, there are moments of striking visual poetry, such as the use of light filtering through stained glass, the gentle sway of a curtain, or the intricate interplay of reflections in mirrors. These moments are not mere aesthetic embellishments. They are integrated into the narrative to enhance mood, underscore thematic concerns, and reveal character psychology. In addition, the dialogue throughout Aida is meticulously crafted, blending subtle wit with philosophical introspection. Lines often carry dual meanings, inviting the audience to reflect on both the immediate context and the broader moral questions raised by the narrative. This layering of meaning adds depth and replay value, encouraging viewers to revisit scenes and discover new nuances with each viewing.
Personal anecdotes and reflections further enrich the viewing experience.
Watching Aida's journey evokes a sense of familiarity, as the struggles of balancing personal desire with social expectation are universal. The film's portrayal of quiet courage and moral deliberation resonates with anyone who has faced ethical dilemmas, personal betrayals, or moments of introspection. This universality, combined with the specific cultural and historical setting of the story, creates a compelling synthesis that is both intimate and expansive. In conclusion, Aida, Despido de Caballero is a cinematic achievement that succeeds on multiple levels. Its combination of meticulous visual composition, nuanced performances, sophisticated narrative structure, and thematic depth ensures a rich, immersive experience for the audience. By exploring questions of duty, morality, personal agency, and social expectation, the film invites reflection and emotional engagement that extends far beyond its runtime. The care with which every detail is handled, from lighting and costume to dialogue and musical score, demonstrates a profound respect for the craft of filmmaking and the intelligence of its audience. Ultimately, it is a work that lingers in the mind, prompting contemplation, discussion, and admiration for the delicate art of storytelling.